Hi, I'm Dalgleish and I'm a Trainee Solicitor at Clarity Simplicity. These are very strange times that we're currently living in. We understand that it can be difficult to keep up with the changes to law and policy, which are quite literally changing on a week-to-week basis. One area that has been particularly affected by change in Scotland is the eviction process. We are receiving more and more inquiries from landlords who are concerned about what they can do if they require to seek possession of their property during these difficult and strange times. And equally, we're hearing from tenants who want to better understand their rights. If you are a tenant and you're struggling to meet your obligations to pay rent during these times, perhaps you've been placed on furlough and are only receiving 80% of your income, or perhaps you have been made redundant. The government has actively encouraged landlords to liaise with tenants to try and find an amicable solution in these circumstances, and a pre-action protocol has now been introduced. Our advice to anyone in this situation is first to talk to your landlord and see if a solution can be reached. If you're a landlord and you're seeking to recover possession of your property, perhaps you require to move back into the property or intend to place the property on the market. You may have been concerned to learn about the winter ban that the Scottish Government have placed on evictions. Due to the temporary coronavirus legislation, most landlords already now require to provide their tenants with a longer notice period, in most cases 6 months, to vacate the property, although in some circumstances shorter notice periods will apply. The period of notice will depend upon the type of tenancy and the ground for eviction, and it's absolutely vital that the correct notice period is provided, or else the notice may be considered invalid. It's therefore incredibly important that landlords ensure they're using the correct notice and providing the correct notice period. This is something we can assist with. You may also have heard on the news that there's presently an eviction ban in place in Scotland, which was recently extended in Tier 3 and Tier 4 areas until the end of September 2021. To be clear, this is a ban on enforcement of eviction orders only, meaning that sheriff officers will be unable to carry out the ejection of a tenant and their belongings during this period. Ejection by sheriff officers can only be instructed once an eviction order has first been granted by the First Tier Tribunal. This does not interfere with any other part of the process. Landlords will still be able to serve notices, and once the notice has expired, they'll be able to raise proceedings within the Tribunal seeking an eviction order. Any current and new applications which are made to the Tribunal are expected to proceed as normal, albeit with hearings now taking place by way of teleconference call. And the Tribunal is still able to grant eviction orders during this period. So this final enforcement step cannot be completed whilst an eviction ban remains in place, although the steps leading up to this can still be taken by landlords. If you're a landlord or a tenant and would like to receive further advice and assistance, then contact one of our experienced property solicitors today. Thank you.